Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. What I said for today's video, it's Artisanal Brew Works, and they are a local brewery, so I'm really excited because I want to be reviewing more local stuff. I know I need to. I do record some reviews of local beers, but not as much as I should. So really excited. I went up to their new Taproom, which is beautiful. Sampled some beers with Kurt, the co-owner and head brewer there. And this was one of the ones I sampled, and I'm like, definitely want to get a 4-pack of that. Then I grabbed actually 2 4-packs of beers I didn't try, and then he threw in another beer to review. It was a collaboration with Rushing Duck, which sounded pretty gnarly. So I can't wait to review all 4 of these beers. But since this is the only one of those I've tried, I like this one so much. I'm like, you know what? Let's do this proper. So it's called Taproom Series number 29. So Taproom Series is what they call their experimental series. And if something lands, well enough, then they'll rebrew it. They'll tweak it and all that, but then they'll rebrew it as, quote unquote, a proper release. Now, I shouldn't say proper release, but like part of their lineup or in the rotation. So this is a New England style double IPA at 8% ABV. And it has Nectaron. That's how he kind of introduced me to it. He's like, have you had Nectaron hops? And I'm like, yeah, I've had it, in decent number of beers, and I really like it. He goes, okay, let's try this one. So it's Nectaron, it's Citra Cryo, and Tango. So I had to ask him, I'm like, I have had Tango, but not much. What's that supposed to kick out? And he said the way it was described to him was citrusy AF or orangey AF, whatever. It was one of those two, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can groove on that. Proper glassware, so it's going to taste better. I mean, it's got just that beautiful deep orange color. I mean, it's definitely beyond hazy. I should say it's somewhere between hazy and like butternut squash soup. But yeah, it's such a deep, rich orange color. There's a little bit of yellow mixed in there, but it's so much orange. About half a finger at this point. Probably had more of a full finger when I first poured it. It's an off-white head. It actually very much looks like white head with some orange mixed in, so not surprising, the color. Small bubbles, relatively compact, little bit of lacing and legs on there. Yeah, definitely looks like a New England style double IPA. You'd think I'd have these words down by now. Anyway, let's get into the aroma. Yeah, that is very orangey. I mean, even just like Citra, is going to kick out a lot of orange for me. The orange is nice because you're getting. I remember this from doing the tasting. It's a little zesty, and you get the orange juice. So you get orange a couple different ways, which is really nice. Almost like those orange slices too, so you're kind of getting it 3 ways because it's very real fruit smelling, but then there's like a little bit of this confectionery thing also. Ripe tropical, this like mystery melon kind of a thing that I can get from Nectaron sometimes. Mango, some peaches. And again, it's ripe fruit with a little bit of confectionery, so it does have a relatively sweet aroma. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Yep. So same experience I had when I tried it there on draft. And it has that sweetness that you want, but then the bitterness does come in, so it does drink like a beer that way, which is really appreciated. You do get upfront sweet juice, especially that orange juice, like for days. Kind of like the aroma, you get just somewhat generic tropical, having a hard time pinpoint. Like, it's not pineapple. That's like the easiest one for me to cross off. Maybe something like a papaya or a guava or something. But for me right now anyway, I'm going to say generically tropical. So it starts with that juiciness. When the bitterness kicks in, fruit lingers, but then it's unripened fruit. So like you're still getting that taste, So like you go from like the ripe, juicy fruits into this bitterness, and then through that bitterness, the beer, it doesn't like dry out too much or anything, but like I think that's part of it. Is once the bitterness kicks in, you are, you know, the way those fruits are expressing themselves is more unripened. But it's pretty incredible how it maintains those juice threads while still shifting also, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fun beer to drink, and it's also a really nice beer to drink. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of that orange zest in there too, which is really nice. And yeah, like that mystery melon thing. It's got that nice soft mouthfeel. And you're getting that, man, and you're getting like so much hop saturation without astringency, which I know is like really important to them to minimize astringency, and it is job well done on this one. Yeah, I mean, this is, you got the 8%, you got that double IPA mouthfeel you want in this style, you have the fruitiness you want in this style, you have the bitterness that I want for sure in a style like this. It's a really good beer. It's really good, and it's interesting too, like the Citra Cryo, excuse me, because like what cryo does different than pellets in the brewing process, like you just kind of like get the flavor without the particulates, which is kind of cool. And you do get like the way that peach is expressing itself, it's like deep, and I almost get like a little bit of apricot too, which sometimes I get through the peach. Yeah, anyway, it's just a really good beer. I just heard my daughter come home with our dinner, so I'm like really excited to finish this while I eat some burritos. Well, not some burritos, one burrito, not that big. But anyway, really excited to go eat dinner and finish this beer. So yeah, awesome local brewery, awesome local beer. What's better than that? Have you had this beer before? Have you had anything local to you lately that you want to talk about? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.